Hey, what's up guys? That old dude here. Today I want to do a review of a tripod and ball head that I just got. And if you're tall like me, you're going to want to check this out. So let's jump in. So after months and months of research and all the hype about tripods and carbon fiber and oh my God, it's crazy. Just like anything else out there. YouTube is full of reviews and how-tos, which one to buy, which is the best one, and everybody's got their own opinion, but I was trying to be biased and I really just wanted a good tripod that's going to last me the rest of my life, which hopefully is another 20 years. I knew I wanted a carbon fiber, and I knew I wanted something bigger, not because my camera equipment is all that heavy, because I'm running mirrorless and I'm running Olympus OMD series, so that's really kind of small as far as cameras go. Not like a heavier DSLR like I used to have a Canon, and that was super heavy. So anyways, I'm not big on unboxing, but it comes with this pretty cool bag and shoulder strap, and as most higher end or better tripods come with a little satchel or bag with some tools and some extra, well not extra, but some of them come with these pointy feet to dig into the ground if you're doing some landscape photography on a hill and you need that extra security. You can screw these onto the bottom of the legs. So let me show you here this giant tripod. I went with Induro. I'm filming on an aluminum Induro right now that I've had for 10 years, 15 years, and I love it. And that one's also a very tall and large but heavy tripod. The reason I went with Induro is because of its cost compared to, say, like the Really Right Stuff tripods, which are $1,000 and more. This is their Induro Stealth series, carbon fiber, and it's a 9X weave, which is just the new standard. Every year or every 2 years there's a, we started with 4X and then 6X and 8X weave, and I don't know if it's the tightness of the weave or the layers of the weave and how they weave the carbon fiber, but it's a 9X weave, which in today's standards is the best you can get as far as carbon fiber. The other thing I want to talk to you about is the series. Induro has a Series 2, a Series 3, and a Series 4, and what those series pertain to is the diameter of the legs. So Series 2 would be a smaller leg, smaller round. Series 3 would be a bit larger, and Series 4 being the largest one. And many other manufacturers use the word Series 2 and 3 and 4. That's not to be confused with 2 and 3 sections or 4 sections. So this is the CLT 404L. The L stands for long, I'm assuming. They have a 304L, and that 3 would be the Series 3, which the tube diameter of the legs is smaller, but in the carbon fiber, still a 9X weave. I really like the Induro, the newer ones anyways, because you don't have to unscrew a bunch of times. You can literally just grab these 3 in your hand, if you got big enough hands, and give a almost like a quarter twist, and they come out all the way. On this one is the 4 section. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're calling this top one a section as well. You just give it that quarter turn lock, very simple to do, And once they're locked, and I didn't push very hard, you can't budge them. Oh, there I budged it a little bit. I'm 300 and something pounds, and I didn't lift off the ground, but I did put a lot of weight on there. So another quarter, or not even a quarter of a turn, and it just collapses back, and you can take your hand on all three and kind of tighten them back up. Now the other cool thing about the Induro is that it comes with a very tall, I want to say 18-inch or so tall center post. Now, you lose stability when you raise that center post, and you really, only in certain circumstances should you be raising that high. Definitely not in a windy situation, because you will get some wobbliness. It does lock with the center collar. It locks pretty strong, but I don't ever use it because which is why I bought this anyways, was because it's the tall. What also ships in the bag is a carbon center stubby. It's also carbon fiber. So what you do is you unscrew this bottom hook and then pull this long tube out, and then these tubes have a notch in them and only fit in one way, and then you would just screw your center hook on the bottom. And the reason you would do that is if you wanted to take this all the way down to the ground to do a very low shot, you could take this all the way down that low, which is very low. And you can see the stance here is about 3 feet from leg to leg. But this is super secure and super steady for maybe a low landscape shot or something like that. I typically don't run the long extension. I'll just put it in a pouch in a drawer, and I only run the short extension. The legs do have a 3 position, so that would be the lowest. And then these little clips here on the top just snap. That would be the second most lowest position. And then back to normal. Again, all these just push very easily, these clips. And that would be like the 25-degree stance. Now, in the beginning of the video, I told you the reason I bought it was because I'm a tall guy. I'm 6'2". So when I extend this all the way out, and I'll set it up here if I've got the room, I think I do. With the ball head, I can get some major height, and I don't need that long tube extension, which would give me unstable photography or video. So I'm 6'2", and so this is what, like right at 5.5 feet. The total length that they quote on their website is 74 inches, and 72 inches is 6 foot. So I don't know if that's with the tube. I believe that's with the tube, the long tube. And then if I ever need to come down, I can just twist the main lock and shorten it ever so slightly, or whatever height I need it, which I usually run it right about there, because my ball head's going to be here and my camera's going to be here. I want to be eye level with my camera, with my subject. So really, just a fantastic for a tall guy. And then again, the Series 4 would be the roundness, the stiffness, the thickness. 9X carbon fiber is going to give me that stability if I ever do run a giant lens or a big piece of video equipment or something like that. It weighs 5.5 pounds, so that's kind of heavy. And then the ball head that I bought to go with it is the BHL3S. And I'm pretty stoked about this as well because this ball head is probably the best ball head I've ever had. It was a bit pricey, but again, not as expensive as the Really Right Stuff or maybe a Gitzo head. But it does have the same options as the Really Right Stuff head. So this ball head here has your normal ball lock, which you can loosen and tighten to be able to swivel the ball. And then it has your pan lock to be able to pan left and right. And it has a bubble level. And it has two really cool functions that I'm impressed with. And you would only see really on the Really Right Stuff ball heads, which is the center little set screw that you can turn with your fingers or a penny or nickel, and that creates the tension on the ball. So after you get your camera on this ball head, and it's an Arca Swiss plate, just a standard Arca Swiss plate. So after you get your camera on, you can adjust this center tensioning knob in here to where when it's loose, it's not so loose that your camera's going to flop over. You can adjust it to the weight of your camera. And then, so it's loose, but wherever you tilt your camera is where it will stay. Depending on the lens, you might have to adjust it. And then if you do want it super tight, you just give it 1/8 of a turn, not even 1/4 of a turn, and it's locked. It's not going anywhere. So that's a cool feature. The other feature is this safety mechanism that they decided to add to this Arca Swiss top plate. Again, it's just a half or full turn, but the plate won't come out. You actually have to pull the knob and go another 1/4 for the plate to lift, your camera to lift completely out. And is it an annoying safety feature? Sometimes, because I'm always gonna make sure that my plate's completely locked. But you know, accidents happen, and I believe that's what that's there for. So really, that's it. I just wanted to share. I'm pretty excited about it. I think I've covered everything I wanted to talk about. These nice foam grips on all 3 legs. Very easy to clean, very easy to maintain, and you should maintain your equipment, whether it's expensive or not. Again, about how the price, I paid $575 for this CTL 404L, and I paid $349 for the ball head. I couldn't have got a better quality tripod and ball head with all these features from the other companies like Really Right Stuff for less than $1,500. Yeah, right around $1,500. So I'm pretty happy with my purchase, and this is going to last me the rest of my life. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative enough for you to make a decision on your own. You can log on to Induro.com to see their specs and pick the right tripod and ball head for you. So if you like this video, please subscribe, leave a comment, or ask a question if you'd like, and we'll see you on the next round.